was how planned out this whole thing was.
The portrait they paint even before those woods is chilling. A plot they tell police that was in the works for months.
You can't believe this is actually 12-year-olds, especially 12-year-old girls.
They tell police they committed this crime in part out of their devotion to a character they discovered on the internet, Slender Man. A tall, faceless, mysterious figure, a fictional character who lurks in the background, sometimes peering over the shoulders of children. The story of Slender Man changing, evolving all the time, with help from fans all over the world, adding to the story online, giving this fictional character new life every day. You have said that Slender Man is the boogeyman of this digital generation.
He is the thing that we fear that we don't actually encounter, right? So we check under our beds for the Slender Man, but he's, not actually there.
Not there because he doesn't exist. But listen to what these two girls begin to tell police.
Please subscribe.
Anissa Wire revealing to investigators it was Morgan's
Please thumbs
idea
up.
to kill Peyton.
Please
to prove
subscribe.
themselves, quote, worthy to Slender Man. Anissa telling police her friend suggested, quote, we should be proxies of Slender. Anissa says she was surprised by Morgan's plan, but excited to prove that this fictional internet character actually existed, to prove the skeptics wrong.
More
The
videos
girls were
coming.
very clear with police that they were trying to kill the victim. They wanted to do it as a sacrifice to Slender Man. One of them said that Slender Man had been watching her.
And in excruciating detail, they described multiple plots, all beginning with that Friday night sleepover. Morgan's father picking up Peyton, who was over the moon about this slumber party. They go to Skateland to go roller skating, and there was already a plan for later.
They went to Skateland that night, and they went skating, and
Sorry about
they had
that. I'm
originally
drinking and
planned
smoking.
to kill
I'm
their
drinking and
friend
smoking. Sorry about
that night
that.
at Morgan's house.
Peyton's own parents, now aware of what those girls had told police.
They were planning on slitting her throat and putting a blanket over her head and making it look like she was sleeping in the morning.
And then leaving.
And just leaving her there.
But for some reason, at that moment, the girls changed their minds.
She wouldn't be here right now. If they had waited until 2 o'clock in the morning and done this overnight, she wouldn't have been found for hours.
So the next morning comes, and they change the plan. The plan is now to go to the park, into a park bathroom.
Yeah.
They brought her here to the park on Saturday morning to kill her in this bathroom. Their big concern was finding a drain for the blood to go down, not the fact that they were going to stab and kill somebody.
As they leave Morgan's house for the park, Anissa tells police Morgan lifts up her white jacket, the knife tucked in her waistband, and Anissa tells police, quote, I thought, dear God, this was really happening. But once inside that park bathroom, something happens between the girls, now hatching their second plot.
There was a back and forth between Morgan and Anissa about who was going to stab the girl. Both of them chickened out, essentially, and said that they told police they couldn't do it. So for the second time, the plan to kill her didn't work out.
There will
Damn.
be one more plan.
The third time. They plotted 3 times.
The girls leave that bathroom and walk down a nearby
First,
road
second time
to
got
the woods.
scared. They did
Peyton's
it
parents
the
take me there,
third
revealing to
time.
me what their little girl told them.
They got to the park and they told her they wanted to play hide and seek in the woods. And she told me she didn't want to go.
She sensed it.
Yeah, she did say she was forced to go.
To play hide and seek.
She was forced to go into the woods.
In fact, the girls tell police about that game of hide and seek.
And Morgan was the first seeker, and so Anissa and the victim were hiding. Anissa told her to lay down in the dirt, and she didn't want to.
Anissa tells police she sits on Peyton, and that Peyton says to her, I can't breathe. Anissa tells investigators she was thinking, if I sat on her, Morgan could then stab her. But she tells police they both fear Peyton's screaming will draw attention. Anissa gets up.
In that moment, they were passing the knife back and forth because they were having second thoughts even in that moment.
At that point, one girl says to the other, just go crazy.
Yeah.
A short time later, Anissa tells police Morgan takes the knife, turns to her friend and says, I'm not going to until you tell me to. Anissa says she then told Morgan to, quote, go ballistic, go crazy. Peyton is stabbed 19 times, stumbling, trying to get up.
Damn.
Anissa told police that after they had stabbed her, she yelled, "I hate you, I trusted you." The suspects were getting worried that somebody would hear her, and so they told her to lay down, and they said that she wouldn't lose blood as quickly.
The two girls tell police they signaled to Peyton they would get her help, but they had no plan to. They would leave her right there.
Has Peyton talked at all about the horror of that moment?
We asked her what she remembered about what happened, and she said she remembered everything.
Everything. Her friends at that sleepover asked by police how they felt about what they did. Anissa seemed most torn.
She said, according to police, the bad part of me wanted her to die. The good part of me wanted her to live. When you hear that?
When I hear that, I hear a girl who was struggling with the decision that they were making. She sensed that it was the wrong decision to be making.
Police say Morgan said, it was weird that I didn't feel remorse.
Yeah.
This was a girl who'd been in your home many, many times. That line, it was weird that I didn't feel remorse.
That was hard to read because I thought that she really cared about Peyton as a person and they were good friends.
In court, we've heard Morgan described as a child with problems. But did you see any of that?
Not really, no.
This wasn't a disturbed child you were bringing into your home.
No.
They knew Morgan. They liked her. They knew her parents. So when we come back, what was it? What set those girls off? Could
Please subscribe.
really convince two 12-year-olds to kill?
Please thumb
How do you
up.
even wrap your
More videos
heads
coming.
around that?
I can't.
And the debate. Should those girls be charged as adults? What we've learned tonight.
Please subscribe.
And later, right
Thumbs
here,
up.
a 12-year-old survivor.
More videos
Her
coming.
smile return, a triumph after months.
Sorry, I'm high, drunk, drinking, smoking.